36 acres of thrills and spills for the entire family, 7 days a week. Water Mania, Florida's water theme park, located a half-mile east of I-4 on Highway 192 in Kissimmee.
It is almost summer time. We are in April and May. We'll be here before we know it. And when I think of summer, I always think of the beach and water parks. So we're heading to Kissimmee today, to the former home of Kissimmee's first water park, Water Mania. Good old Highway 192. Kind of hard to believe that there was a water park this close to Walt Disney World back in the day. Hi everybody, and welcome to the World of Micah, or welcome to Mortal Kombat. That's what I feel like with this mask on, but I have to wear this, being safe out here filming this episode today. Today we're gonna be traveling back to the year 1986. That's a very loud motorcycle. We're gonna be traveling to the year 1986. We're here in Kissimmee, Florida. They opened their very first water park. It was called Water Mania. I never got to go to Water Mania. It closed Labor Day in 2005, but I'm standing on the property of the former home of Water Mania. You guys are gonna get to tag along, and before we get started, go ahead and click that subscribe button if you're new. It'll keep you updated with my latest video. If you would like to support my channel, please visit my Patreon page at patreon.com/World of Micah. We're donating $1 a month. Can help fund episodes just like this. And if you would like to get one of these masks just like this, the link is down below in the description box. Now let's travel back and revisit Water Mania. Now, let's take a closer look. So right here, this property is where Water Mania once stood. The first water park in Kissimmee, Florida. The only other water park I believe you had was Wet n Wild. So this is Highway 192, that is Celebration, and right over here was where the sign once stood for Water Mania. So as your family were heading this way in this direction or the opposite way, you could see the sign for Water Mania. Where we are standing was, I believe, a part of a lazy river type slide. You can see the Celebration water tower in the distance. Now look at this photograph I found. This is what it looked like after it closed in 2005. They just left everything here. And now in the year 2020, this is a parking lot for a Golden Corral. Who would have ever thought when they were here swimming around at Water Mania that eventually this would turn into a Golden Corral? Now this Fairfield Inn and Suites, a part of Marriott, did not exist back in the day. This was a part of Water Mania. And over here is another photograph that I found of some pipes and pieces of some water slides left, and the only thing that you can really match up is this IHOP sign and this billboard. This is more or less the area. In fact, I can't get to it because the hotel is right here, but if you look in the photograph, you can see that IHOP sign, you can see the world famous Boston Lobster Feast and this billboard, and right below the billboard was little pieces of the water park just left. And this is what it looks like in the year 2020. Right here, somewhere around in here is where those pieces were. And like I said, this hotel did not exist. Now the next spot, I had to keep looking around in this area because nothing in this photo pretty much exists anymore. Everything in this photo is new, except for the tower. You can see the tower in the background, a very tall tower, and that, I think, was the giveaway for this photo. Now this one's gonna be super difficult to match up, but I'll point it out and we'll try and match it up the best we possibly can. Photo would have been taken over here facing this way, and if you guys look in the distance, you see this huge tower. You can see that in this photograph, as well as that building and where it makes the pointed top of the roof. Do you see that point there? So right here, I'll place this. You can see that huge tower on the left there and that building. And we are looking into the entrance of the wave pool, walking into what would have been the wave pool. Here's another angle from the wave pool shot where my finger is pointing that tower and that steeple looking top tower of that building is what I'm talking about in the photograph. Now to get the exact shot, I would have had to have been over on this property over here, which is a gated apartment complex. But I'm walking over here to see if I can see anything else from that photograph. Yeah, it looks the same. Kind of cool. Just looking for remnants of Water Mania. But I found Toy Story Mania. That's the wrong Mania. That's the complete wrong Mania. Woo, it's windy out here today. It's a little difficult to find pictures and things of the water park when it was actually open. And I get it, people were at a water park, they weren't bringing their camera. All the photographs I found from the Orlando Sentinel when they did a story of when it was left abandoned. I'll put a link to that story down below. So you know there's attractions at water parks where you basically get on like a boogie board and the water is like going up like a vert, like a skate ramp. On this, while water is just being forced so heavy that it creates like a wave type thing. Well, they had that attraction here, and I'll show you guys where it stood. Right about here, more or less. If you look to the very far right to the Fairfield Inn, you will see the billboard yet again, and straight ahead is where this photo was taken. You can see how the ramp goes down and then back up again. And there's that same IHOP and the sign still sitting there. And then this is what it looks like in the year 2020. Currently a hotel. Nothing here that resembles a wave except for the curve of that overhang right there. I'm only joking. But seriously, that's the only thing that really resembles a wave in this area now. But right here in this parking lot is where you or your family could have had some serious wipeouts. So the next time you come to Golden Corral and you wiped out, just remember that as you're walking in to Golden Corral. Also back in the day, people would have walked up and grabbed all these guide maps for Kissimmee and Highway 192 attractions. Look at that old school one, Mickey and Minnie. Sesame Street. Nothing left of Water Mania though. Now Water Mania was owned and operated by Gary and Randy Larson. They also had a hotel here that was owned by them and a few of other family members of the Larson family. But in 2005 they were approached by someone made them an offer, and they decided to sell. And according to them, they weren't hurting for money. It was just kind of probably one of those offers they couldn't refuse. But they took care of their cast members, as far as I could see, their employees. They took them to a job fair, and Wet n Wild also held a job fair. So I believe everyone went away with their seasonal or full-time job. So that's good to hear, but they did not tell anyone who bought the land, their name, or anything, or any of the plans that were coming to this area. So in 2005, when you read that Water Mania was closing its doors, what were your thoughts? What did you think was coming here? Did you imagine it would be a Golden Corral, a hotel? Probably not. To be honest with you guys, that startled me for a hot second. I thought that was a snake, but it's not. It's an adapter for a phone. Whew. Now they also had a go-kart track here. If you look at this Camden Town Square and apartment home sign, it's the same sign that is in this photo right here. Now pay attention to how that Camden Town Square apartment home sign looks, with the bigger box on top and the smaller box on the bottom, and then the pole is on the left-hand side. Here in this photograph, it is exactly the same. Pretty incredible. Also in front of us where we are standing is, I believe, a part of a lazy river of some sort. And this is what it looks like in 2020. And right here is where that water would have been going around. And you can see all these street poles here in the distance and the way the sign looks in that photograph I just showed you. And look at this. There's like a little curve here, just like it used to do. These are from tires. But this sign is exactly the same as it was when it was promoting go-karts. It used to say racing station, go-kart track. And in that photograph too, you could see those little signs underneath this with the way it was lined up. They just kept the shell of the sign and changed it. And it used to be white. I bet you if you pulled that apartment homes sign off, you can see a little bit of the white on the rim there. I bet you it's still under there. Well, you guys, our adventure today has come to an end. So now it's time to say goodbye, but if you enjoyed today's adventure, please give me a big thumbs up. All my links are down below. I will see you guys on a brand new episode tomorrow here on the World of Micah. Comment below your favorite memories of Water Mania. If you did get to come here, if you did not get to come here, or if you did not even know this existed. Interested into knowing your history with Kissimmee's First Waterpark. I'll see you guys tomorrow on a brand new episode. Stay well, stay safe. Oh, and the Fairfield Inn and Suites say, stay amazing. Do that too. And stay weird. Goodbye.